The next unit that we are going to be talking about, and we've talked a little bit about this in class already in some of the relationships, and that is going to be symbiosis. After the presentation, you should be able to define what symbiosis is, name the different kinds of the symbiotic relationships, and list some examples of each of the symbiotic relationships. Symbiosis, what does it mean? Two organisms that live together, temporarily or for a long time, and at least one of the organisms benefits from the relationships. Benefit means that they get something good out of it. Symbiotic relationships, the three main types that we're going to be talking about are mutualism, where both organisms are benefiting. Then we have commensalism, where one organism is benefiting while the other organism remains unharmed. And the third is parasitism, where one organism benefits and the other is harmed. All right. So in a mutualistic relationship, organism 1 is going to give a thumbs up. It's going to be a happy guy. And organism 2 is going to be the same. Happy guy, thumbs up. Okay. In commensalism, we have one organism that is benefiting, one organism that's happy. The other organism, namaste, does not matter. It's okay. It's not being helped. It's not being harmed. In parasitism, we have one organism that's thumbs up, that's being benefited, but the other organism is being harmed. These are some examples. I'm going to try to move myself so I'm not in the way. We have, I'll go down here. Swollen thorn ossia tree and ants. The tree provides a nursery for the ants in the thorns and makes special food for the ant babies. In return, the ants sting and attack any other plants or insects that try to invade the tree. So what symbiotic relationship do you believe that this would be? The tree is benefiting, and as is the ossia tree. This would be mutualism. I hope you can see that popped up on the front top right there. Next one, we have the boxer crab and a sea anemone. The boxer crab, also known as the pom-pom crab, carries a pair of stinging anemones in its claws, which it uses to defend itself from predators. The anemones get to move around, which increase their food supply. What kind of symbiotic relationship is this? If you said mutualism, you were correct. Then let's go down here. This is a moray eel. It has a small fish cleaning between its teeth. The eel gets a clean mouth and the cleaner fish gets a nice meal. What kind of symbiotic relationship would this be? Again, if you said mutualism, you are correct. Good job. Then we have the shark and the remora. The remora shark attaches itself to the shark and saves energy since it doesn't have to swim. It gets to snack on what the shark kills. The shark doesn't get anything. What symbiotic relationship is this? This would be commensalism. Cattle and cattle egrets. As the cattle walk around and eating grass, they stir up lots of insects. The egrets eat the insects while the cows get the benefit of fewer insects bothering them. So you could look at this relationship and it would either be a mutualistic relationship or a commensalism relationship. Then we have whales and barnacles. Barnacles need a place to anchor, and they must wait for food to come their way. Some barnacles hitch a ride on unsuspecting whales who deliver them a food source. The barnacles do not harm the whale. What kind of relationship would this be? If you said commensalism, you are correct. This worm infects the human by getting into its bloodstream, and it gets warm, safe home from the bloodstream. Humans are harmed because they may go blind or either have other complications from this parasite. What kind of relationship would this be? One is being helped and one is being harmed. If you said parasitism, you are correct. Then we have tapeworms and canines. We know that if a dog gets worms, it is feeding off what's inside of the dogs and not allowing the dogs to get the proper nutrition. So this would also be an example of parasitism. Zika virus in humans. A human is bitten by an infected mosquito. The virus is transmitted into the bloodstream of the human from the infected mosquito. Fever, rash, red eyes, joint pain are asymptomatic. What kind of symbiotic relationship is this? If you said parasitism, you are correct. Let's review. Answer the following questions on a lined piece of paper or at the bottom of your notes. What is symbiosis? What are the different kinds of symbiotic relationships? And describe one example of each kind of symbiotic relationship.